Good morning from a Bluebird Arctic Circle World Cup Finals location, Gällivare in Sweden. You are tuning into the FIS Ski Cross World Cup presented by Azerbaijan. My name is Sammy Kennedy and I'm pumped to be talking you through today's final World Cup of the season. Welcome to Gällivare in Swedish Lapland. We are at Dundret Mountain, a spectacular natural venue, the most north a Ski Cross World Cup has ever been. And we had history written yesterday with Sandra Naslund from Sweden taking home her 5th Crystal Globe. Last weekend in Canada, Reese Howden securing the men's Crystal Globe. But there is still some positions to be contested in this final World Cup. There's a look at our women's ski cross standings for the season. As I said, Sandra Naslund, our season's leader on the women's side. An absolute groundbreaking season for her. And Reese Howden leading the charge by over 300 points in the men's competition. These two athletes are highly respected on the World Cup tour and are looked up to by fans across the globe. We have spectacular Bluebird conditions here today. Yesterday was treacherous racing with soft snow and blizzard conditions, challenging visibility. The reports from the athletes post-training this morning is that the course is running faster. It is cooler. And the vibes are high because everyone likes to end the season with a Bluebird race day. We can expect bumpy racing today. Here is a bit of a point of view camera angle from David Malberg, yesterday's victorious male from Sweden, competing in a home World Cup. Can he take another win today? That is the question that we'll all be asking. It was a tight battle between David Malberg and Reese Howden yesterday. The track is running faster today than it was yesterday, but it is a bumpy, wild ride. We saw some crazy overtaking maneuvers with the lower speeds yesterday, so I think we're in for an action-packed day of head-to-head ski cross action to wrap up the 25-26 World Cup season. Well, there's a picture of the Crystal Globe. It's what everyone is working towards from the start of the season all the way to the end. Even though those globes have already been allocated to Sandra Naslund and Reese Howden, no doubt we are going to be in for some great action and racing today. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the FIS Ski Cross World Cup Finals in Gällivare, Sweden, presented by Azerbaijan.
Marielle, what a career, 36 podiums, 20 only in the last 2 years. You're only getting better, so I'm wondering, why quit? And what's your wish for your last dance?
Yes, it's a good statistic, but there is an end for everything, and I'm happy to finish on a good spirit and good shape also. So it's gonna be the last one today, but I will fight until the finish line because we'll have a perfect day to have a good ski cross battle.
And how much will you smile until to the finish line?
As much as possible.
Thank you and enjoy to the fullest.
Thank you to everyone.
That's Marielle Berger retiring today. This is Jonas Lenher from Switzerland.
12 podiums in total to almost losing your foot. What is the one special thing that will always stay in your heart, and what has ski cross taught you?
Yeah, for sure. All victories and also all injuries, they built me like I'm today now. So that was a great journey, and it was an amazing time.
And what was the most special memory with the team, or the best adventure?
The best adventure. Yeah, there was a lot special moments with the team, but one for sure was snowmobiling in Nakiska when we went over to the Rogers Pass. That was also one of the greatest experience that I had in my life.
Thank you and enjoy your last day.
Thank you very much. I will do this.
Roma, the stage is set for a perfect show here today. And what was your perfect moment in your career, and how can you crown it today?
One perfect moment was for sure a long time ago in 2016 when I won my first race in Arosa and at the night sprint. But today it's also a nice day to going to retirement. The whole team is pumped. The weather is good. It's gonna be a fun race, I guess, and we'll try to enjoy every moment of it till it's over.
Enjoy the best day, and thank you for skiing for us.
Yeah, thank you to everyone. Thank you, Ski Cross. I'm so happy to be here.
Yannick, after 9 years in World Cup, it's time to say goodbye. Which moment brings instantly a smile onto your face when you think about it?
Yeah, I think the whole 9 years were very beautiful, but of course the World Champion medal with Jolle Galli was the highlight of my career.
Thank you, and good luck for your new life.
Thank you, and I will miss the whole ski cross family.
We will miss you.
Bye.
Emotional words from our retiring World Cup athletes. They get to do a retirement run after the race today. It's great to see their careers celebrated. And what a day to finish your career on. Blue skies in the Arctic Circle in Sweden. Getting some beautiful shots here of the track that has been worked on after yesterday's heavy snowfall. It's looking fast and well manicured. And as you heard from those retiring athletes, everyone has got a huge smile on their face today. Here's a look at our first brackets in the men's 8 finals. Remembering that this goes off ranking, not off qualification. It's just finals. So this is ranked number 1 to rank 32nd in ski cross. And then for the women, ranked 1st to rank 16. No qualifying for this. It's all based on your season's performance. So naturally, Reese Howden and Sandra Narsland will be in that red bib all day, as they are our Crystal Globe winners. And we're lining up for the first men's 8 final of the World Cup finals. Last race of the season. In the red, Reese Howden of Canada. In the green, Adam Kapacha from Austria. Chris Mahler from Canada is in blue. And Fredrik Nilsson from Sweden, he is in yellow. And the final World Cup of the season is underway under blue bird conditions. Reese Howden leaving no room for anybody else as he takes the commanding lead in this opening heat of the day. The track is definitely running faster and smoother than yesterday. Although there's definitely opportunities in these technical turns below this negative turn through the GS section to capitalize on mistakes. It will get torn up as the athletes continue heat after heat. I've got to say that this looks at least 5 seconds faster than yesterday. But Reese Howden is just putting on an absolute clinic in this opening heat. Second place currently is Adam Kapacher of Austria. Nielsen and Chris Mahler fighting it out for third and fourth. But it will be Howden and Kapacher moving on into the quarterfinals. Reese Howden really uses his whole body to generate momentum through that start section and carry and build speed. If you're looking for some funny content on the FIS Ski Cross Instagram page this week on the weather day, Sana Ludi went around and made all the athletes guess who had the biggest quads. And they got a measuring tape out, and the winner was actually Simone Deramidas from Italy. But second place was this man right here, Reese Howden, world number 1 in ski cross for 2025-2026. And there we have that official result. And we're going to head back up to the start for heat number 2. In the red bib from Austria, Johannes Ajeski. In the green from Switzerland, Ryan Reges. In the blue from Germany, Jonas Baku-Staudinger. And in the yellow from Japan, Satoshi Furano. All right, we've had the green light to proceed with the next heat. Heat number 2 of the men's 8 finals, World Cup finals here in Dondret, Gällivare, Sweden. Johannes Ajeski of Austria in the red bib. He's ranked 8th in the World Cup standings. Ryan Reges is ranked 9th. Staudinger in 24th, and Furano, he's in 25th. And we're off and racing. Now remembering that the first 2 athletes across the finish line in these heats proceed through to the next rounds. And when we get to the semi-finals, then the first 2 will head through to big final, and second 2 will race for 5th to 8th place in the small final. Currently in the lead is Japan's Satoshi Furano. Ryan Reges in the green bib is looking like he's carrying some good speed, but Honig, or Johannes Ajeski from Austria, is hanging on to second place. The exit of that negative turn is already starting to get chopped up. Ryan Reges has moved into 4th, overtaken by the young German. But it's currently Furano from Japan who is controlling this heat. Looks like the jumps and features are working way better today with these bluebird conditions. And well done to Furano and Ajeski, who will be moving through into quarterfinal number 1 with Adam Kapacher and Reese Howden. Johannes Ajeski did have such a great start, and look, Furano did too, obviously, because he does take the lead. Furano has to work so much harder in that yellow bib to get across into the ideal racing line from that far left-hand gate. So it was really impressive skiing by Furano. And he will still be in that yellow bib in his next heat in the quarterfinals. So he's going to have some work to do there too, but he's proven that he can do it once, so that means he can do it again. Great battle there for Staudinger and Reges to see who would get 3rd and 4th place. And Reges in 4th, Staudinger in 3rd. But Furano and Ajeski moving through to quarterfinals. As we head back up to the start for heat number 3 of the men's 8 finals. In the red bib, Switzerland's Alex Fever. In the green, Evan Klufts from France. Alexis J from France will be in blue. And retiring today, Jonas Lenher from Switzerland will be in yellow. And we're off and racing with heat number 3 in the men's 8 finals. Jonas Lenher from Switzerland, he's in the yellow. It's his final World Cup race of the season, but it's Alex Fever, his teammate, in the red bib, who is controlling the heat so far, followed very closely by Alexis J and Evan Kloofts of France. Looks like Lenher's got some speed as he overtakes from 4th into 2nd. Can he overtake his teammate Alex Fever and get into 1st in this heat? Lenher really needs to control his line here and defend the 2 Frenchmen behind him. Top 2 from this heat will go through to quarterfinals. And currently those top 2 are Alex Fever and Jonas Lenher as they enter the lower section of the track. The blue bib of Alexis J looks like he's got some great speed, but I don't think it's going to be enough today. Let's see, can we get 2 Swiss through? Yes, we can. Alex Fever and Jonas Lenher moving through to quarterfinals. And day done for Evan Kloofts and Alexis Day of France. Alex Fever looked like he barged the gate there a little bit. Maybe got started just a little bit too early, but it doesn't seem to have affected him. He carried great momentum through the opening section of the track. Lenher doing a really good job of skiing very clean, even though he wasn't directly in Alex Fever's line. Of course, Jonas Lenher from Switzerland retiring today. He's had 6 World Cup victories in his career, 13 podiums, 1 Olympic Games start. Great for him to be proceeding through into the quarterfinal today. Ranked 28th in the season so far. And how good to be going through with his teammate Alex Fever. There's the official result. Fever and Lenher moving through. Great to see athletes smiling as we head up to the start for heat number 4. Sweden's David Malberg in the red, Federico Tomasoni from Italy in green, Dominik Zeuch of Italy is in blue, and Kilian Hemmelsbach, first podium was yesterday, he's in yellow today, ranked 29th on the World Cup Tour, looking to repeat a great performance.
Skiers ready. Attention.
Slow start from Zeuch in the blue from Italy. Perhaps he's trying to take the drafting tactic, but control is taken early from Kilian Hemmelsbach of Germany in the yellow bib. He got quite lucky having the inside right start gate there. David Malberg of Sweden in the red bib. He is just behind him. They're getting a little close and tousled there. Tomasoni in the green has moved into 4th place, and Dominik Zeuch is sitting in 2nd ahead of the Swede. Hometown fans here will be hoping that David Malberg can pull something out in this lower section and repeat the great performance yesterday. Currently, though, it is Hemmelsbach and Zeuch sitting 1-2. Malberg looking for an overtake through this lower section. And we've got a photo finish to see who's going to join the German in the quarterfinals. Looks like Malberg lost a pole somewhere on the course. There's some words happening between athletes there in the finish area as we wait for the official result. Let's have a replay. Zeuch choosing to be in 4th position through the start section. It did work for some athletes yesterday, and he carried great speed after the first turns and managed to overtake from fourth into second. Malberg not happy with the German in the entrance to the negative turn. Let's wait and see the official result. Who's going to be joining Kilian Hemmelsbach into the quarterfinals? We've got a great photo finish coming up here. Malberg skates for the line, but I have a feeling, yep, Dominik Zeuch, he's got it. Tough day there for David Malberg of Sweden.
Perfect, huh?
That little mark next to Zeuch's name means that he's received a warning, deviating from his line. It's okay, it's just like a slap on the wrist, letting him know that the jury will be watching as the race moves on today. And quarterfinal number 2. Halfway through the men's 8 finals, let's go back up to the start for heat number 5. In the red, Yuri Duplessis-Kergamon from France. In the green, Terence Chiknavarian from France. In the blue, Edoardo Zorzi from Italy. And in the yellow, Niklas Illig from Germany. Edoardo Zorzi rocking a very fast-looking moustache there. Yuri Duplessis-Kergamon looking to improve on his result from yesterday. Had some tight battles with Italy's Simone Deromidis. So we await information from the start.
Enter the start gate.
In the starter's hands.
Skiers ready. Attention.
And we're off with heat number 5. Really fast start from the German in the yellow bib. Yuri Duplessis from France sitting in second. Zorzi of Italy sitting in third. And Terence Chiknavarian, he's sitting in fourth. But the young German Niklas Illig in the yellow, just got overtaken by Zorzi, who moves into first place. Duplessis now sitting in third as they enter the negative turn. Duplessis trying to take a really direct line, but it didn't pay off for him. He's still sitting in third. The German in second. Italy currently in the lead. What an upset for Yuri Duplessis if he can't make it through this round. He's looking to overtake. He's got great speed here, and he comes on the inside of the German. Pushes the German out wide. But it looks like Yuri Duplessis moved to fourth. The German still sneaks in there in second. Edoardo Zorzi takes the win in that heat. Last race of the season. Intensity is still super high. It feels like a long time between races from the middle to end of March and then the beginning of December for these athletes. So it's the last chance of the year to have a good World Cup result. And what a day to do it here in Gällivare, Sweden. Pristine bluebird conditions. There we saw Duplessis trying to overtake the German, and then he got overtaken by his teammate Terence Chiknavarian. Well done though to Italy's Edoardo Zorzi. winning that heat and moving through to the quarterfinals. And we're back up at the start with final number 6. Jared Schmidt from Canada is in red. Nicolas Raffort from France is in green. Florian Fischer from Germany will be in blue. And Great Britain's Ollie Davies, he's in yellow. A 4th place in Canada for him. Looking to end the season on a high. Work to do from the yellow bib there on the outside. Florian Fischer's been fast here all week in the start. You really can't ever discount Jared Schmidt. It's Fischer and Schmidt who are neck and neck out of the start gate. Ollie Davies sitting in 3rd. Raffort sitting in 4th. Jared Schmidt trying so hard, and he does manage to just sneak ahead of Florian Fischer. We've got a good battle for 2nd happening between Ollie Davies. Ollie Davies moving into 4th place. Jared Schmidt still in control of this one as they enter the negative section. It's getting bumpy in there. When you're in the lead, you have a bit of a better advantage than the athletes behind you because there's no snow getting sluck up in your face. But Florian Fischer doesn't seem to be worrying him, sitting in 2nd. The pressure's starting to be put on by Raffort, though. Can't rest on his laurels here. Fischer looking to push the Frenchman out wide. It's going to be a tight finish here. Nicolas Raffort takes it just ahead of Florian Fischer. So it will be Jared Schmidt and Nicolas Raffort from France moving through to quarterfinals. Beautiful scenes here. It was the 20th hole shot for Jared Schmidt of the season. Hole shot being that they lead into the first turn. What a great battle between Raffort and Fischer through the bottom section of this track. Raffort was able to just maintain a little more momentum than Fischer. Fischer started to deviate, change direction there, and that might be what cost him the opportunity to go through to quarterfinals today at World Cup finals, the last event of the season. There's our official result. Jared Schmidt and Nicolas Raffort. Back up at the start now for heat number 7 in the red. Melvin Chiknavarian from France, Tobias Bauer in green from Switzerland. Tyler Wallish from the USA is in blue. And retiring today, Romain Detra from Switzerland is in the yellow. Melvin Chiknavarian is ranked 7th so far this season compared to the 26th of Romain Detra. He's won 1 World Cup. He's had 9 World Cup podiums. This is his 95th World Cup start. And he's had a really strong pull out of the gate and is sitting in 2nd behind Melvin Chiknavarian of France. The 2 Swiss athletes retiring today, Jonas Lenher and Romain Detra, trying so hard to stay in this competition. Oh, and a huge crash there for Melvin Chiknavarian. Tyler Wallish takes the lead. Tobias Bauer from Switzerland sitting in 2nd. Detra is hanging on into 3rd place. Thoughts and prayers with Melvin Chiknavarian, who had a bit of a crash up the top there. Tyler Wallish finished 4th place yesterday, looking to end his season on a high after narrowly missing out on Olympic selection. Really strong skiing there from USA and from Bauer. But that was the last run of his career on the World Cup Tour for Romain Detra from Switzerland. Great to see Melvin Chiknavarian on his feet. as he makes his way down the course. What a great start from Detra there. Like lightning out of the start gate. But Tyler Wallish, he learned his lessons yesterday. He had some great overtakes from 4th into 2nd and 1st in that section, and it paid off for him again today. But unfortunately, Melvin Chiknavarian had a crash there. And it will be Tobias Bauer and Tyler Wallish moving through to the quarterfinals. There's the official result. Congrats to Romain Detra on an outstanding career as we head up to the start for the eighth final for the season for the men. Simona Deramidas, Olympic champion of Italy, is in red. Gil Martin from Switzerland in green. Eric Malberg from Sweden is in blue. And veteran Christopher Del Bosco from the USA is in yellow.
Attention.
Really strong start there from Malberg in the blue on the inside. Simona Deramidas, not surprisingly, also quick, sitting in second currently. Malberg exited the competition quite early yesterday, looking for some redemption, no doubt, today. Chris Del Bosco sitting in 4th, Gil Martin sitting in 3rd. Chris Del Bosco getting a bit rotated, trying to put the pressure on Martin and find an opportunity to overtake at least up into 3rd place. Malberg extending his lead on Deramidas from Italy. Del Bosco looks like he has great speed there, but can't quite put it together to make an overtake. So it looks like it's going to be Deramidas in 2nd in this heat, and Eric Malberg of Sweden moving through to quarterfinals. These slow-mo action replay shots just give you a really good idea of how challenging these conditions are. It's only going to get warmer and warmer through the day. You can see athletes going in all sorts of different directions at some parts of the course. The course is not big, but it does buck the athletes around. And Eric Malberg's heat win just there is Sweden's 870th heat win of all time. Thanks to Phil, who checks out all the stats for us, keeping us all informed with some really cool stuff. Eric Malberg and Deramidas moving through into the quarterfinals. Here's a look at quarterfinal number 3 and quarterfinal number 4. As we get ready for the women's quarterfinals. Sandra Naslund, Crystal Globe winner, 5th Crystal Globe secured yesterday. And we're up at the start in the red, Sandra Naslund of Sweden. In the green, Jade Grillet-Albert of France. Katrin Offner of Austria is in blue, and Isabella Zippert from Switzerland, she is in yellow.
Skiers ready. Attention.
And we're off with quarterfinal number 1 in the women's. Sandra Naslund Already over a ski length ahead of the field. Katrin Hoffmann from Austria sitting in second. Albert of France sitting in third. Zippert sitting in fourth. Sandra Naslund is just so strong. So smooth on her skis. Oh, we have an overtake of Isabella Zippert over Katrin Offner, and we had Jade Brulé-Albert exiting the track. Katrin Offner's got some work to do if she's going to try and overtake into second place and move through into the semi-finals. This will be a great result for Isabella Zippert of Switzerland. Sandra Naslund just in a league of her own there. 0.78 ahead of the Swiss athlete in second. And they will be moving through to the semis. That was interesting there. Athletes getting pushed wide with the French woman needing to leave the track. Sandra Naslund securing Sweden's 70th heat win of the season there in the opening rounds here at World Cup finals in Gällivare, Sweden. Sweden fans out in support of Sandra Naslund today. As we move to quarterfinal number 2 in the red, Fanny Smith of Switzerland, Yoli Galli of Italy in green, Marielle Thompson from Canada, she's in blue, and 16 Cousin from Switzerland, she will be in yellow. Fanny Smith is ranked 4th, Galli 5th, Thompson 12th, and Cousin 13th.
Skiers ready. Attention.
Really strong start from Fanny Smith there, and Galli. Marielle Thompson remaining cool, calm and collected as she moves into third place. Oh, has a huge crash, gets stuck on the tails of Fanny's skis and is out of contention for the rest of today. Her season's done. Jolie Galli from Italy is in the lead. Fanny Smith of Switzerland is in second. 16 Cousin is in third as they enter the steep, the negative turn, the bumps of the technical GS section. Huge step up here. Conditions are very different to what we had yesterday, to the moves that athletes were doing over features, whether they were singling, might have to be a double today. Athletes having to pop to make the jumps, landings yesterday, now it could just be a ride. And it looks like it's going to be a secure heat win there for Jolie Galli of Italy, and she'll be joined in the semi-finals with Fanny Smith. Unfortunate result for Marielle Thompson there, trying to just step over Fanny Smith's skis so that she could remain in the race line, and just got caught out and had a huge stack, but she was up and made her way down, so it's great to see that she was up and moving. And that was Canada's 25th did not finish of the season with Marielle Thompson there. Jolly Galli of Italy looking very comfortable in these crunchy conditions. Galli and Smith moving on. And let's have a look at our first semi-final bracket. Naslund, Zippert, Smith and Galli. We've got 2 more quarterfinals on the women's competition to come to see who will be in semi-final number 2. In the red, retiring today, Marielle Berger-Sabatel from France. Canada's Hannah Schmidt is in green. France's Mylène Ballet-Baz is back after a nasty crash in Canada last weekend in the blue. And 4th place yesterday in her first big final, Linnea Malberg from Sweden. She is in yellow.
Attention.
Really strong start from Hannah Schmidt. Early lead, she's building momentum. Berger-Sabatel sitting in 2nd, Malberg sitting in 3rd. Ballet-Baz staying out of the way, she's in 4th. Berger-Sabatel is carrying good speed and so is Malberg. Hannah Schmidt won't be safe here. She needs to protect her line and she manages to fend off the Swede and the Frenchwoman. Oh, the Swede having to exit the course there, getting pinched out by Marielle Berger-Sabatel, who remains in 2nd place behind Hannah Schmidt of Canada. Berger-Sabatel retiring today. 3 World Cup wins under her belt. 36 World Cup podiums, 3 Olympic Games. Currently ranked World Cup number 3 this season. Looks like she will be joining Hannah Schmidt in semi-finals. Will she be able to make it podium number 37 today? Currently, statistically, Marielle Berger has the 6th most heat wins in women's ski cross history. Definitely going out on top. But really great also to see Mylène Ballet-Baz back after a horrific crash last weekend in Canada. See that she is healthy and able to race for points today. Hannah Schmidt is tied with India Sherritt in 16th for the most heat wins in women's ski cross history. Got some awesome stats coming out of Canada. But it will be Hannah Schmidt and Marielle Berger-Sabatel moving through into the semi-finals. Great to see athletes smiling in the finish. 1 more quarterfinal to go in the women's competition here for the season. Daniela Meyer, Olympic champion, is in the red. Saskia Luck from Switzerland is in green. Talina Gartenbein from Switzerland is in blue. And Veronica Redder from Germany, she is in yellow. So it's Switzerland v Germany in this 4th quarterfinal today.
Skiers ready. Attention.
Quite a long hold there, but no problem for Daniela Meyer. She's being followed very closely by Saskia Luck, but her teammate Redder there has got some good speed in that yellow bib. She just needs to stay out of traffic. Can she keep the momentum? No, she can't. She has to exit the track there, getting pinched out by Gartenbein in the blue. Daniela Meyer currently in the lead in the red. Saskia Luck in the green is in 2nd, and Talina Gartenbein is in 3rd. Athletes all over the place here. Line selection is crucial through this bumpy, rutty negative turn. Looks like it's a good battle coming on here. Athletes are neck and neck as they enter the lower section of the track. Lack in second, Talina Guttenbein looked like she was putting the pressure on Black there, but could not execute. And it's going to be Daniela Meyer and Saskia Lack moving through to semi-finals. And the chance to fight for a podium spot is getting closer. The great thing about ski cross is, you know, the athletes, it's just left on the race course. You know, someone might not leave any space and an athlete has to exit the track, and it's not personal. That's just ski racing, and great to see athletes high-fiving, fist pumping and shaking hands in the finish area, even if they haven't had the outcome that they wanted today. Acknowledging and respecting their competitors. And that women's quarterfinal was the 75th time Daniela Meyer has won a heat in World Cup ski cross. So let's have a look at who's going to be in the semi-final number 2. Berger, Sabatel, Schmidt, Meyer and Lack. Another stacked semi. And now we will move back over to the men's competition for quarterfinals. In the red bib, Canada's Reese Howden. In the green, Johannes Ayeski of Austria. In the blue, Adam Kapachov, also from Austria. And in the yellow, super fast in the 8 final, Satoshi Furano from Japan.
Skiers ready. Attention.
Furano looking quite fast out of the gate. Reese Howden is just putting ski lengths on the Austrian in the blue already. Furano moves into second place from that outside start gate. Very, very impressive. Reese Howden currently in the lead. Furano in second. Karpacha in third. Ayeski in fourth. Karpacha looking for an opportunity to overtake here, but he can't quite get it. Good defensive line selection there from Satoshi Furano. Really bumpy in the exit of that negative turn. Oh, Ayeski takes out Adam Karpacha. So now it's a 3-man heat. Still in the lead is Reese Howden. Furano in second, Ayeski in third. Really, it's been a standout season for Furano this year. And he will be joining Reese Howden in the semi-finals.
It's getting bumpy. Yeah, it is.
There you go, you heard it from Reese Howden. It's getting bumpy out there. It's a wild ride down this Swedish track. Can't help but imagine if Furano was in a red bib and if he would be as fast out of the start gate there, because he is hot on Reese Howden's heels, having to work across the hill to get into the race line. Great to see Japan coming back this season so strong with an Olympic medal. Sorry, Olympic final. There's the official result of quarterfinal number 1 on the men's side. And we're going back up to the start for heat number 2. Alex Fever from Switzerland's in red. Dominik Zeutsch of Italy in green. Jonas Lenher retiring today in blue. And Hemmelsbach from Germany is in yellow. Alex Fever is ranked 5th and Hemmelsbach is 29th. It's quite a spread, but we know Hemmelsbach has been fast from that inside right start gate all day. He needs to make sure that he's on a good line into the first turn to take control and not be pinched out by Alex Fever. Lenher in the blue. He's sitting in second, fighting with Alex Fever, who's sitting in third. The Italian Zeutsch in fourth, but the young German in the yellow is in the lead. Lenher moving into second place. Tried for an overtake, couldn't quite get it. Fever overtakes him. Lenher back to 3. Fever 2, Hemmelsbach 1. Oh, a bit of a mistake there for Lenher. He's fighting. He's fighting with the Italians, skating through the track. Can Lenher overtake on this final turn from the Italian? No, he can't. And it's going to be Italy and Germany moving through. As always, we need to wait for the official results from the jury, who will be reviewing any tight spots. There's Alex Fever speaking to his wife. Great to see athletes having their friends and family supporting them at the last World Cup of the season. Really good skiing there from the young German. A textbook overtake there from Alex Fever. As we wait for the official result of quarterfinal number 2. Career done. Congratulations on a fantastic career. Jonas Lenher of Switzerland in the blue bib there. Here's a look at our first semi-final on the men's side. And we head back to the start for quarterfinal number 3. Jared Schmidt of Canada is in red. Nicolas Raffort of France is in green. Eduardo Zorzi from Italy, he's in blue. And Nicholas Illig from Germany will be in yellow. Jared Schmidt ranked 6, Raffort 11, Zorzi 19, and Illig 30.
Skiers ready. Attention.
Quarterfinal number 3 underway here in the men's competition at World Cup finals in Gällivare, Sweden. Jared Schmidt taking another hole shot in this heat. Illig from Germany is in second. But not to be discounted is Raffort and Zorzi. They look like they've got good speed. Raffort overtakes the young German. But the German's able to stay at least in the race line, but gets overtaken by Zorzi. Zorzi's got a lot of speed, but gets sucked super low on the negative turn. He takes an overtake there on the Frenchman. They're battling it out. Currently it's Jared Schmidt 1, Zorzi 2, Raffort 3. We may have another overtake coming up here. Zorzi fending off the Frenchman. Racing all the way to the finish line. Zorzi moving through to semi-finals with Jared Schmidt. There was a lot of good, tight battles in that heat. You can see those ruts are forming, getting deeper and deeper with every heat. The force that these athletes can produce through the ski creates quite a big, strong groove in the snow in these softer conditions as the weather warms up here in the Arctic Circle. We'll wait for the official result.
Oh, under review. I think from my side.
There we have it, Jared Schmidt and Eduardo Zorzi moving through to the quarterfinals, with one more quarterfinal to go in the men's competition. Simona Deramidas of Italy is in the red bib. Tobias Bauer from Switzerland is in green. Eric Malberg from Sweden is in blue. And the USA's Tyler Wallish is in yellow.
Skiers ready. Attention.
And we're off with quarterfinal number 4. Wow, what a fast start from Eric Malberg in the blue bib. Deramidas not having anything of it though. He's putting the pressure on him as it's Malberg and Deramidas sitting 1-2. Tyler Wallish hot on the Olympic champion's heels though in third. And Bauer sitting in fourth as they enter the negative turn. Wallish getting sucked super low. Manages to stay in the race line. Bauer's got some speed behind him though. And overtakes into third. Wallish exiting the course. But Malberg is in the lead. Hopes for Sweden on the men's side of the competition lay with him for a spot in the semi-finals. Eric Malberg and Simona Deramidas. Moving on. Have a look at the replay up here. Definitely getting springy out there. Really tight racing there between Bauer and Wallish. And Wallish straddles that gate. And had to exit the track, so he is a DNF, was fourth in that heat. waiting for the official result now. There it is, Eric Malberg and Simona Deramidas moving through to semi-finals. And there's a look at our semi-final number 2, Schmidt, Zorzi, Deramidas and Malberg. Coming up, women's semi-final number 1. In the red bib, Sandra Naslund of Sweden, Fanny Smith of Switzerland is in green, Yoli Galli from Italy is in blue, and Isabella Zippert is in yellow. In the starters' hands.
Attention.
And we're off with semi-final number 1. This is the race for the big final. Top 2 athletes across the finish line in this heat. They go in the big final. 3rd and 4th will be having to settle to race for 5th to 8th place. Currently it's Sandra Naslund sitting in 1st, Fanny Smith in 2nd, Galli in 3rd, Zippert in 4th. Smith about 0.2 behind Naslund. Galli sitting just a fraction behind Fanny Smith as they enter the negative turn. Fanny Smith got some good turns going there in the GS section. Galli's got some work to do if she wants to overtake and move up. Not out of the race, though, is Zippert from Switzerland, the young gun. She's got some great speed there in 4th, but she might be a little too far away. Sandra Naslund taking the win in this one. And she'll be joined by Fanny Smith in the big final. Spectacular views here in Gällivare, Sweden for World Cup finals. And the semi-final win there from Sandra Naslund is her 40th heat win of the season. That's why the Crystal Globe is hers. 5th time she's winning the Crystal Globe. Secured that yesterday. But wants to go out with a bang today and wrap up the season in style. She gets a chance to do that with a place in the big final. She'll be joined by Fanny Smith. Galli and Zippert will be in the small final. And we're back up at the start for semi-final heat number 2. Ranked number 2 in the world, Daniela Meyer from Germany is in red. Ranked number 3 in the world, Marielle Berger-Sabatel from France. Hannah Schmidt ranked 6th and Saskia Lack ranked 7th from Switzerland. This is going to be a tight semi.
Skiers ready. Attention.
And semi-final number 2 is underway. Athletes neck and neck through the start section. Meyer has a slight lead over Berger-Sabatel and Schmidt. Sabatel moving into 2nd place, Schmidt in 3rd, Lack in 4th. Danny Meyer going from strength to strength this season. Athletes really starting to get bucked through that negative turn there. Berger-Sabatel retiring today, looking for a spot in the big final, currently sitting in 2nd. She's putting the pressure on Daniela Meyer, but they do have quite a distance between them and 3rd place, which is Canada's Hannah Schmidt. And it's going to be Danny Meyer and Marielle Berger-Sabatel in the big final. Schmidt and Lack in the small. Really impressive skiing from Maya and Berger Sabatel in that semi. Sabatel was asked earlier by Sana Ludi, you know, you're in great form, you're ranked number 3 in the world, why now, why retire? And she said, look, there's always going to be a time, and I would rather do it when I'm in great shape and I'm on a high, so the timing feels right. And it's so great to hear and see athletes retiring with a big smile on their face. But we've still got one more round to go. We've got small and big finals have just been decided. And we're about to head over to the men's semis. There's a look at small final and big final on the women's side. And coming up, men's semi-final number 1. In the red bib from Canada, Reese Howden. Dominic Zoich from Italy in the green. Satoshi Furano from Japan in the blue. And Kilian Hemmelsbach of Germany in the yellow.
Skiers ready. Attention.
And semi-final number 1 is off really, really quick from Furano in the blue bib. Hemmelsbach super quick too from the yellow bib. Both putting the pressure on Canada's Reese Howden. Zoich sitting at the back, but he's got some speed and overtakes Furano, moves into 3rd place. Hemmelsbach still in the lead. A battle for 2nd place between Howden and Zoich as they enter the negative turn. Howden overtakes into 1st place, gets sucked low, but capitalizes on carrying that speed. Germany sitting in that 2nd place. Furano overtakes into 3rd. Chopping and changing at every turn in this heat. Reese Howden currently 1, Hemmelsbach in 2, Furano in 3. Can Furano overtake here? Got a tight finish there between Hemmelsbach and Furano. We'll wait for that replay for the photo finish to see who's going to be joining Canada's Reese Howden. Hemmelsbach was on the podium here yesterday. It was his first of his career. So there's no doubt that he is super strong. We need to wait and see the outcome of that photo finish between Satoshi Furano and Kilian Hemmelsbach. Epic overtake there by Reese Howden. Great adjustment in the moment. Looked like he was going to be in trouble. He's been speaking all season about really feeling like he's in flow state. His mind-body connection super strong. We wait the outcome of the photo finish. Who's going to be joining Reese Howden? It's Hemmelsbach from Germany into the big final. Furano and Zoich into the small final.
Copy.
The start gate.
In the gates, Simona Deramidas from Italy in red, Jared Schmidt from Canada in green, Eric Malberg of Sweden's in blue, and Edoardo Zorzi, the fast moustache from Italy, he is in yellow.
Skiers ready. Attention.
Semi-final number 2 on course. Spot in the big final up for grabs here. Jared Schmidt. He's looking pretty fast. Deramidas also looking fast there. Leaning on each other. Deramidas looking like he's moving into the first position. Schmidt in second. Malberg in third. Zorzi in fourth. Zorzi moves up into third place, hoping to overtake the Canadian and join his teammate in second position. And he does, with an excellent overtake maneuver there. Deramidas 1, Zorzi 2, Schmidt 3, Malberg 4. It's not all over though. Schmidt's got some great speed here through the lower section of this track. As they enter the final turn, Deramidas is sitting in first. Zorzi, it's a photo finish between Zorzi and Schmidt. It looked to me like it was the Italian of Zorzi, but let's wait and see what that official result's going to be. It's a wild ride out there. Who's going to join the Olympic champion in the big final, in the final World Cup of the season? We need to wait and see. Epic overtake there from Zorzi on Schmidt. There we go, Zorzi from Italy. 2 Italians in the big final. There's their teammate Yannick Gunsch, who's retiring today also. Deramidas and Zorzi into the big final. Schmidt and Malberg into the small final. Let's have a look at those brackets there. Coming up, we're going to hear from Barto, the Italian head coach, with some insights with 2 athletes in the big final on the men's side and Yoli Gali on the women's side.
Last chance of the
in
season,
smalls.
and you have 2 boys in the final, exactly like the first race. How did they get hyped up like this?
Exactly like the first race in Val Thorens. It's amazing, unbelievable. We didn't expect this for sure, but we try always. We always try to push and to go ahead, and that's it. Yeah.
What are your last words to the 2?
In Italian, last words is a tutta come sempre.
A tutta come sempre. Good luck out there.
Thank you, grazie.
That was some words of wisdom from the Italian head coach. 3 athletes in the top 8 today. And now a little bit of coursework happening ahead of women's small final. It's like a completely different day and a completely different race today. The conditions are spectacular. These athletes are incredibly resilient. When you're dealing with a sport that is reliant on Mother Nature, You need to learn to accept that sometimes you can be blessed with a bluebird day like today. Sometimes you can be blessed like rain from last weekend. You can't control the weather, but the athletes can control the way that they approach this racing. There's our world number 1, Sandra Naslund from Sweden. Tactically, she has always been a fan of winning the start and staying out in front. And it's definitely working in her favor on this track in front of her friends and family here in Sweden for World Cup finals of the FIS Ski Cross World Cup presented by Azerbaijan. Beautiful scenes here in Gällivare, Sweden, as we're getting ready for the women's small final. In the red bib from Italy, Yoli Galli. Hannah Schmidt from Canada is in the green. Saskia Lack from Switzerland is in blue. And Isabella Zippert from Switzerland, she's in yellow.
Skiers ready.
Come on, Hannah.
Attention.
Really strong start from all ladies in this small final. Galli in the red bib looking very strong. Lack, though, she remained very cool, calm, and collected. Oh, and a huge crash there involving 3 athletes between Lack and Galli and Schmidt. So it's Isabella Zippert from Switzerland who's cruising on down, looking for a small final victory here. It looked like Hannah Schmidt and Lack and Galli got super tangled into the first turn there. And all 3 athletes went down. Hannah Schmidt still is on her feet, though. And this on your screen is Isabella Zippert from Switzerland. One of the younger athletes on the field. Well done to her. Small final win in the final World Cup of the season. That puts her in 5th place. There's Canada's Hannah Schmidt making her way down the track. She will finish today in 6th place.
You okay? Yeah, I missed it, but it was a little scary.
Let's have a look at the replay here of what was the undoing for Lack, Schmidt, and Galli. The athletes were head to head there, a little tight there for Schmidt off the first jump. Lack, looks like Lack was putting the pressure on Galli. Galli straddles that first gate there and takes out Saskia Lack, which then obviously involved Schmidt. She was a bit of collateral damage. Great to see both athletes are up. Bit of a hug there that they're both okay. But well done to Isabella Zippert from Switzerland, taking 5th place today. Saskia Lack will be in 7th and Yoli Galli will be 8th. But around the corner, this is it, the women's big final. The FIS Ski Cross World Cup presented by Azerbaijan. Final World Cup of the season in Dundret, Gällivare, Sweden. And Sweden's Sandra Naslund, she's already won the whole tour. She's won that Crystal Globe. Can she take home another victory today? Fanny Smith from Switzerland will be in the yellow bib. I'm sure she will have something to say about that. Here she is. Sweden's Sandra Naslund in the red. Daniela Meyer from Germany in the green. And in her final World Cup of the season, of her career, Marielle Berger-Sabatel, 15 years on the World Cup, ranked number 3 in the world. All right, we've got the green light for the women's big final.
Enter the start gate.
Last race of the season. Can Marielle Berger-Sabatel go out on a high? She's a very strong alpine skiing background.
Skiers ready.
3 Olympic medalists in this big final. And they are off. Very, very quick start from Sandra Naslund and from Fanny Smith. Daniela Meyer. Bit of a mistake from Fanny Smith there at the exit of the start section, but she remains composed as she sits in second place, remaining in a tight aerodynamic position. Daniela Meyer has a little case on that step up. Just loses a bit of speed as they come into the negative turn. Fanny Smith having a little bit of a tangle there with Berger-Sabatel, who's currently in second. Daniela Meyer sitting in third. Sandra Naslund gets a little bucked and wild there on the exit of that turn 2. But she's still in first. Can Marielle Berger-Sabatel put the pressure on Sweden's number 1, World Cup number 1? Not today. It's going to be Sandra Naslund 1, Marielle Berger-Sabatel 2, Daniela Meyer 3, and Fanny Smith in 4th place. 5 times Crystal Globe winner Sandra Naslund. And Sandra Naslund secures the 250th heat win of her career with that victory, the most of any man or woman in history. And what an outstanding result for Marielle Berger-Sabatel, second in her final World Cup of her career. Sandra Naslund always so quick in the start gate. She has quite a narrow stance through those start features, and really that is just what is able to help her be much more nimble than a lot of the other athletes. Fanny Smith getting sucked low here into the first GS turn and hooking her arm on the gate, and that's what takes her out of contention for a podium spot there. Unbelievable stuff from Sandra Naslund of Sweden. That is the best in the world. Great outcome for Sweden today to have a victory on home soil. We look forward to hearing from Sandra about what this victory means to her, to have her friends and families and her supporters watching and cheering her on in the finish area. Marielle Berger finishes her career with 86 heat wins. She's ranked 6th of all time. And here's a look at the final rankings of today. In the FIS Ski Cross World Cup, the final stop until next season.
Sandra, you made it your 50th win. This is next level greatness, history in the making. What a way to celebrate your 5th Crystal Globe on home soil.
Yeah, amazing. I just can't describe this. It's just been an unbelievable season, and to finish it like this in Sweden, double win, and the support from the side, it's just amazing.
And after 2 years of battling against injuries, not knowing if you can make it back like that, is this the most important Crystal Globe yet?
Yeah, it might be actually. I mean, I've had so much fun this season, and like you said, it's been a tough journey back, and to have this fight with Danny all season long, it's been a lot of fun.
And now it's finally time to let your hair down, to party. What is your pick for karaoke tonight? Which song will you get going?
Oh, I don't know. I heard our team need to perform ABBA song, so we'll see.
Can you already start that?
Oh, no, it has to wait.
Thank you, and enjoy your incredible victories.
Thank you very much.
50 wins for Sandra Naslund today, and putting her team on notice that they are up for karaoke tonight, and ABBA has been the request. But now we move our attention over to the men's competition. Coming up, men's small final. In the red bib from Canada is Jared Schmidt. Eric Malberg from Sweden is in green. Dominic Zoich of Italy is in blue. Satoshi Furano from Japan is in yellow. Small final is the race for 5th to 8th place.
Attention.
And the small final's off and underway. Jared Schmidt is so fast out of the start gate. Really uses his whole body there. Furano looking to remain in the racetrack, and he does. He's sitting in 2nd. Malberg sitting in 3rd. Zoich in 4th. Overtaking opportunity coming up for Malberg. Should he do it? No, he can't quite get it done on the Japanese athlete, but Dominic Zoich from Italy has got some great speed, and he moves into 2nd place from 4th at the exit of that negative turn. That line selection is so critical. Furano sitting in 3rd. Malberg is in 4th. Jared Schmidt from Canada is holding on to top spot so far. Really clean skiing, clean turns by Zoich of Italy, who is finishing just behind Jared Schmidt. So it will be Jared Schmidt 5th, Dominic Zoich 6th, Satoshi Furano 7th, and Eric Malberg in 8th place. So much pressure on the start gate when you have 4 strong men like that. The line selection through this negative turn has been so crucial, and it was really what leveraged Dominic Zoich into that 2nd place position. Normally athletes would be looking to be quite tight on the entry, and opting to give himself a little bit of space meant that he could stay out of Carnage's way and sneak in and overtake the Japanese athlete of Furano. Jared Schmidt winning the men's small final at World Cup finals today, his 40th career heat win. And a great outcome for him today. And there's the final result, 5, 6, 7, 8. And coming up, the FIS Ski Cross World Cup in Gällivare, the men's big final at World Cup finals. In the yellow bib from Germany, first podium yesterday, Kilian Hemmelsbach, he's in the yellow bib. Rhys Howden of Canada, Crystal Globe winner, he is in the red. Simone Deramides of Italy, Olympic champion this season, world ranking number 2, he's in the green. And Edoardo Zorzi finding himself in the big final today from Italy, he is in the blue. I think it's going to be a really tight battle between these athletes. Rhys Howden hasn't won every heat today.
Enter the start gate.
World Cup finals, last one of the season. The big final. Podium up for grabs.
Skiers ready. Attention.
And the big final at World Cup finals is underway in Sweden. Deramides sneaking just ahead of Rhys Howden in the green bib. Rhys Howden is better placed on the inside line here. Just makes it through those turning gates. Deramides putting 2 ski lengths on Rhys Howden, who's sitting in second. Himmelsbach sitting in third. Zorzi is in fourth. Zorzi looks like he's got some speed though. He may be able to overtake through this negative turn. Oh, and he can't. Himmelsbach crashes into Zorzi. And now it's going to be a battle for the top spot between Rhys Howden and Simone Deramides. Very tight heel-on-heel racing here. Howden just trying to step over his skis, trying to look for some clean snow. Deramides trying to fend off the Canadian. The Canadian overtakes into the final turn. We're going to have a tight finish here between World Cup 1 and World Cup 2 leaders. And a photo finish is going to have to decide this men's big final.
Intentional contact on the last turn. I gave him a fucking mile.
Ooh, Rhys Howden does not sound happy. Let's wait to see what the jury have to say. A good battle there between Deramides and Zorzi. Sorry, Deramides and Rhys Howden. Great to see Zorzi and Himmelsbach are up and standing. Let's look at the replay of what went down in turn 1 that took an Italian and a German out of the race. We have Zorzi in fourth, Himmelsbach in third there. Himmelsbach looking like he gets a little rotated. He's trying to protect the inside line. It looks like he might have straddled that gate and taken Zorzi out as a bit of collateral damage into the B-nets. He skied over the top of Zorzi's skis there. So now we need to not only see the photo finish result to determine who's in first or second, but we also need to see the official result from that replay to see who's actually going to join them on the podium that were involved in that crash. Edoardo Zorzi from Italy or Kilian Hemmelsbach from Germany with a bronze. We'll wait to see. We also need to wait and see who got the win here between Rhys Howden, world number 1, Simone Deramides, world number 2. It's a battle to the finish line between these two athletes. Oh, that looks tight. Oh, Deramidas gets it by a finger. That is an amazing result for Simona Deramidas, taking out the World Cup win today. Let's wait for that official result. And there's the final ranking of today's race. What a spicy men's big final that was. And Deramidas winning that heat was Italy's 200th heat win of all time as a country. Eduardo Zorzi getting his second career podium. Let's hear from today's winner, Simona Deramidas.
Simo, congrats on your 8th career win, but what an exciting final. I was biting my fingers here, and how was it for you?
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, we've been fighting with Reese the whole season. I just told him finally I could get him by this much, but I could make it, so I'm super happy. I want to just say something about yesterday, because I think everybody saw what happened with me and Yuri, and I just want to make clear that the punch was not intentional. He just got unbalanced. I mean, the yellow card is fair, in my opinion, because he skidded into me, he made me fall, so that's okay, but the punch was unintentional, because I see a lot of stuff on the social media, and that's not fair about him, so I wanted to say that.
I love that in the moment of victory you are still thinking of the others. That's real sportsmanship, that's the ski cross spirit. And also you're on the podium again with Edo, your teammate, like in the first race of the year.
Yeah, and also yesterday gave me the right hunger for today, I think. Yeah, I'm super happy about Edo. I say it every time, he deserves it so much. Today I was watching him on the TV because he was the run before me. He was doing like really crazy stuff, overtakes, and yeah, he knows how to put on a good show. I'm so happy for him.
But back to you, is this the best season ever in your life?
Difficult to say. I mean, last year I got a lot of solid results every single race, but in the end I got nothing. So this season I got one really good result, and then a lot of up and lows, very high ups, very low lows. So difficult to say. For sure, I'm super happy about everything.
And what's your celebration move, the Simo move? Thank you, and enjoy vacation.
Thank you.
There you have it. You heard it from World Cup winner today, Simona Deramidas. What an exciting day of racing to wrap up the World Cup season. Let's look at our podium places in the women's. Bronze to Daniela Mayer, silver to Mario Berger Sabatel, and gold to Sandra Narsland. And on the men's side, and we have a look at the results from today. 16 athletes competing in the women's competition, 32 on the men's. Here we go. Look at the men's podium from today. Bronze goes to Eduardo Zorzi, silver to Reese Howden, and gold to Simone Deramidas from Italy. And a look at the results from today. And the World Cup standings on the men's side. Your top three, Reese Howden, Simona Deramidas, and Yuri Duplessis Kergomand. Now we have the retirement run for our 4 retiring athletes. Marielle Berger-Sabatel, straight from her podium run, retires after this race in fancy dress. 15 years on the World Cup tour. Yannick Gunch from Italy. 9 years on the World Cup. 1 World Champs medal, 1 World Cup podium. Romain Dutra racing into retirement. 11 years on the World Cup, 4 podiums and 1 victory. 94 World Cup starts for him. And Jonas Lenher, 6 World Cup victories, 12 podiums, 14 years on tour. What a fun thing for these athletes to do. I wonder if the outcome of this heat will count towards the stats for the season. This is the first time we're having a retirement run like this. What a great initiative to celebrate the outstanding careers of these 4 athletes. Marielle Berger-Sabatel has got a walking frame, a blow-up walking frame that she's skiing down with. Yannick Gunch is in his lederhosen. Celebrationary run, just a bit of fun for these athletes to say thank you so much, Ski Cross. Thank you to their friends, families, supporters, sponsors, and of course to the FIS organisation. Awesome careers by these athletes. Retiring at 36 years old, Berger-Sabatel. All of these athletes have had outstanding careers and are such assets to the ski cross community. They really embody the spirit of ski cross. Great sports, looking for fair play, looking for clean racing, and ultimately, you know, really part of the ski cross family. It really is a big family. It's so great to have men and women competing together in this sport. Friendships that last a lifetime as they cross the line together with their teammates waiting in the finish. And so special for Berger-Sabatel, who finishes on the podium today. Champagne showers for all. We're lucky we're getting this action replay of the retirement run. What an awesome, awesome thing to do. How special for these athletes. How special, really, to have a retirement run. That is one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen in ski cross racing. Just around the corner is the awards ceremony for today, for the race today, the Crystal Globe ceremony. We're also going to award Rookies of the Year and the Nations Cup for ski cross. Now Burgess Habertel getting ready for her podium shots. Sandra Marsland, today's winner, with her 50th World Cup victory.
Fantastic. By the way.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you. Tack. Tack.
Det blev som vi sa igår, va? Snyggt jobbat. Härligt att se. Så kul.
Tack.
perfect race today.
Thank you.
Really, really great to see you all here.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. Yeah, of course.
Congratulations to the men's podium place getters today, Simona Deramidas, Reese Howden and Eduardo Zorzi. Coming up next is the FIS Ski Cross World Cup Globe ceremony for men and women. This is the presentation of the FIS Ski Cross Crystal Globes. This is the 5th time that Sandra Naslund has won the Crystal Globe.
Yes. Yes, fantastic. Thank you so much. Great. Oh yeah, slick. Det är en sån
third place representing France, Yuri Duplessis Carmogan. In second place representing Italy, Simone De Romeris. And in first place, winner of the overall total FIS World Cup 25-26, representing Canada, Reese Holden.
Everyone's favorite ski cross race you watch right here. Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go again.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Thank you.
Yeah. The winner. Thank you very much. Thank you. Fantastic. Perfect. Really well deserved. Thank you very much.
In honor of the winner, we will now play the national anthem of Canada. On the podium, give them a big applause. Let's stand up for some tutti. We have some more questioning awards to please stay. Next one is Rookie of the Year. For the men's, rookie of the year, representing Canada, Caleb Barnum. And he has to represent his home here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes, so the big award to the rookie of the year. Good work. And that will be it for the next one. Ski Cross Nations Cup. Then we present you to the winners of the FIS Cross Nations Cup. The winning team this year is from Switzerland. Following the winner, we will now play the national anthem of Switzerland. 3 to 2.